Johannes Gutenberg is a name we don't hear often. It's the name of the man who made the most groundbreaking, revolutionary invention of all time. Right here is a printer, and I'm guessing most of you guys have a printer in your home, office, or school. The modern day printer is a result of the evolution from the first printing press, created by Johannes Gutenberg. Imagine what the world would be like without printers. We would have to write 10-page papers by hand and draw pictures to convey our ideas. Could you imagine how much time and effort it would take to replicate books and documents? Now imagine having to replicate every single book in a library. Writing that out would take years, if not centuries. This is what people had to do before Gutenberg invented the printing press in 1448. This man made information more accessible. This man spread a concise Western alphabet, and this man allowed people to form movements and become free thinkers. The invention of printing press led to more accessible information. Before, only the rich and elite could afford books, but when the printing press was invented, everyone could have access to books. This led to a growth in knowledge and discovery. Some of the most famous inventors might not have been able to be successful if they didn't have the education from books printed on the printing press. Universal education would not be possible without access to information. Mass prints of books were made possible because of the printing press. The printing press opened the floodgates of discovery for remarkable new things to happen. The concise Western alphabet can be contributed to the printing press as well. The Western alphabet is elegantly simple. China and other Asian countries have more complex alphabets because the printing press didn't catch on there as quickly as it did in Europe. Imagine how hard it would be to communicate with each other if we didn't have a universal alphabet. We wouldn't be able to work and collaborate with each other as quickly as we have. There would be multiple languages with no commonality to translate them. Our society would have been in a deep, dark, divided abyss without the printing press. This mass spread of information also allowed people to form movements and spread their ideas. The Protestant Reform was possible because of the availability of literature. This reform gave people a new perspective on religion and leadership that made them challenge the Catholic Church's central control. Before the spread of new ideas and philosophies, people were forced to bow down and believe whatever the leadership said. There was never the thought that there is another world out there. We are such a diverse society today because we were able to find people who agreed with our personal ideologies. We aren't forced to believe one dictatorship. We are allowed to be free thinkers and have our own opinions because of the printing press. As Gutenberg once said, yes, it is a press, certainly, but a press from which flow in inexhaustible streams the most abundant and most marvelous liquor that has ever flown to relieve the thirst of men. Through it, God will spread his word. The spring of truth shall flow from it to shine amongst men. He knew that his invention was the key to unlock the new world of possibilities. Gutenberg realized that the impact that his inky wooden printing press would have on the world. He saw it as a leap towards the future of new inventions and recognized its capacity to bring society together. He knew it was the link to chain our separate societies together to form a united world. Johannes Gutenberg was a groundbreaking inventor. He came from humble roots as a merchant, blacksmith, and goldsmith. His creativity and drive to make it big helped him create something that would change the world forever. Gutenberg saw a need, something that could be done more efficiently, and came up with a solution. It is an inspiration to all of us that shows that creativity and drive can create something special. We can take a lesson from Gutenberg and realize that nothing ordinary ever makes something extraordinary. Without Johannes Gutenberg, a simple German merchant, the world wouldn't be the way it is today. The printing press was the most important invention because it allowed us to pave the way for future inventions. The light bulb, airplanes, computers, and groundbreaking medicines would not have been invented if not for the printing press. Johannes Gutenberg started it all. and it just goes to show that one idea can spark a whole revolution. Thank you for listening, everyone.